So in this video, we'll be going through what are dividends. It's not as simple as you think. It's not simply just being paid for holding a stock. There's a lot that goes through it on the background on the company side and on your side as an investor. So we'll be going through all this in a beginner-friendly, quick guide. So what is a dividend? A dividend is basically a slice of a company's profit. It's paid out to its shareholders. Sometimes it isn't their profit, though. Sometimes you need to be careful of this. Companies actually go into debt just in order to pay out the dividend. So you do need to be careful of that. But for the majority of the time, it's companies earning revenue, and instead of reinvesting it into their business, they think it makes more sense since maybe they don't have a profitable investment opportunity right now to just pay out to dividends. So it's quite simple. As long as you own the share and the company pays out a dividend, you will get paid either quarterly, semi-annually, annually, monthly, whatever. You will get paid as long as the company pays dividends. Another thing to note for new investors is not all companies pay out dividends. Some companies focus on growth. They have a lot of investment opportunities for themselves. So they decide to keep all the revenue they make and reinvest it into their business instead of distributing it to shareholders. But the idea simply is basically four steps. Company makes a profit. It earns more than it spends. It decides, okay, we don't want to reinvest maybe all the profit into the business. We want to pay our shareholders for investing in us, and they decide to distribute it. The board then approves a payout. Again, this is very important. They don't want to pay out too much. They want to have enough cash reserves in case things go bad, and they decide to share some with the stockholders. Since you own the shares, you're entitled to your slice, and the cash will land into your account whenever they pay the dividend. The four dates that matter, these are very important. The first one is the declaration date. This is where the company chooses when it will pay the dividend and how it will pay the dividend. Again, we'll focus on very easy stuff here, but not all dividends are cash payments. Some are more stock or other benefits, but for this video, we'll be focusing on cash dividends. So the declaration date is when they choose how much they'll pay you and when they will pay you. The second date, and the most important date out of all of them, is the ex-dividend date. This is very important to know. The ex-dividend date is a date where, as long as you hold the stock before the ex-dividend date, you will receive the dividend payment. This is really important to know. So say the ex-dividend date is Tuesday. As long as you own the stock on Monday, you will get paid. But if you buy the stock on Tuesday or any day after the ex-div date, you will not be paid the dividend date. So it's basically the cutoff date is what the ex-dividend date is. Then the record date, this is more an admin one, is when the company checks its books for who owns the shares to be able to see how much they need to pay out and who they need to pay out. But again, on an investor side, this isn't important. And then finally, you have the payment date. This is when the money actually goes into your account, because of course they need to do all that processing and then paying out to all their shareholders. Typically, the payment date is around 1 month after the exit date. It depends on the companies how fast they are, but just to note, you won't receive the money straight on the exit date, right? It'll be on the payment date, and again, at the declaration date, they'll tell you everything: the exit date, the payment date, and how much you will receive. Again, the key thing is the exit date. You need to own the stock before this date to receive the dividend. Another metric that everyone looks at is dividend yield. There's a huge caveat on this, which is it's not the be all end all, right? Some companies have a huge dividend yield, but it's not sustainable, so their share price just tanks. A company can very much have a huge dividend yield, like 10, 25%. That sounds really attractive until you look at the stock price and you see that over the last year it's completely crashed, right? A company that's having good growth, like say 20% over the year, and the 2% yield is way more attractive than a stock with a high dividend yield. But with a terrible return. Remember, at the end of the day, all that matters is return on investment. It doesn't matter how much dividend income you're getting if the stock is crashing. Again, it depends on the strategies you're making. Maybe you're close to retirement, you want a more steady income, then yes, target higher dividend income stocks like 2 to 4% yield. But if you're young, like me, for example, I'm not chasing dividend companies at all. It's good if they have the dividend, right? It's a bonus, but it's definitely not something I'm looking at. But yeah, the main important thing here is the dividend yield. It's basically the annual dividend divided by the share price. So it tells you how much you'll be making just through dividends for holding that stock for a year. So say a stock pays quarterly, so 4 times a year, they pay 50p every time. That means you'll be getting £2 every year. And say the stock price is currently £50, then the dividend yield for that stock is 4%. So that means no matter what, regardless of what the stock does for the year, you'll be getting a guaranteed 4% return on investment through dividends. Again, the stock price can either surge or crash, but you are guaranteed to get that £2 for the year as long as the company has declared those dividends. Again, there's more advanced metrics for dividend yield, trailing, which is based on actual historical dividends that were actually paid out, and forward, which is based on the expected dividend. This is a bit more advanced. Comment down below if you want a part 2 on this. Then again, the yield trap, as I said, do not look at dividend yield only. Look at the history of a stock. Has its payout been stable? Has it even been growing? That's a good sign. But if a company is paying dividends every time, maybe not even from their profit, they're maybe going into debt just to pay their high dividend, that's not a good sign. So be careful of these yield traps. Now, how do you track all of this? I actually built a free Portfolio Central tool that has a lot more features, but it's just something I wanted to show you. You can see which stocks are going X, you can compare yields, and you can get dates for your portfolio, and it's actually automatically connected to Trading 212 for those that use that, so you can see that very quickly. And Trading 212 doesn't offer this, and I'll be going through a live walkthrough after this. But why it actually matters to track all of this, first of all, reinvested dividends compound, right? When the stock pays you a dividend, ultimately it's up to you to choose what to do with that money, right? But if you reinvest the dividend into that same company, you'll own more shares, and therefore next time you'll earn a bigger dividend. And again, you can see that sort of snowball rolling, and this is where the compounding matters, right? Dividends compound as long as you do the right thing with the dividends that you earn. The other super interesting, well, important thing to know about dividend is it doesn't matter about the market, right? If a company has confirmed a dividend, if the market crashes, you are confirmed no matter what to receive that income. And this is what's really appealing about dividends for, I guess, more risk averse investors, right? If the market is crashing and you own only growth stocks like, say, Tesla, then if you need to sell or you need income, then you are fucked. Like, I'm sorry, but you are fucked because the market will be in a downturn. If you really need to sell, which is never a good thing, and the market crash, but you'll be selling for nothing basically. Whereas a dividend company, okay, the share price will drop, but you will at least have that guaranteed income, which may be able to help you survive for a bit longer and not have to sell your stocks during a market downturn. So that's a huge and important thing about dividends is the income without selling. No matter what the market does, you are guaranteed to receive your dividends. And again, as I've said throughout this whole video, steady growing dividends often point to a stable, profitable business. Don't only look at the dividend yields, look at is the dividend sustainable? Like, is it coming out of profits, but it's not 100% of profits? What is the payout ratio? And then the second thing, and the most important thing, is look at its history, right? Has the yield been going down? Is it unsustainable? Or is it growing? So those are the key things to look at. And now we'll be going through our live walkthrough as promised of how to look at dividends. So the first thing is you can actually fetch dividends for a specific date on Portfolio Central. Again, this is free to use for all the users out there. The link is here, is in my bio as well. So this first tool, it scrapes for a specific date. All the stocks that are going X, again, this is US only. We can always expand that if that's something you want, but this scrapes like all the stocks that are going X, their annual dividend yield, the amount they're paying for this X date, and then when you will be getting paid. Again, on this page, you can automatically look at another date. You can order by all the metrics, so symbol, name, rank, yield, which I never do. Again, don't do this. Don't just buy stocks that are paying high yields. But it's interesting to see, right? If you're looking for dividend stocks, you can look all these stocks. Maybe this is sort of a leapfrog or homepage for your further research, right? You can look at all these stocks, maybe filter by Zacks rank 2. So these are strong buys or buys. In this case, there's only twos, which is still good, better than 3. And then you can look, okay, maybe I don't trust stocks with yields that are really small, or maybe I'm an income investor. I don't want tiny amounts, so you can just filter above 2, for example. Then these are stocks that match your metrics. You can see when you'll be getting paid. So again, the X date is on the 23rd, and you can see some are paying on July 28th. So you can see it's on average it's about a month, but the companies will tell you this. So that's the first thing you can do on Portfolio Central. The next thing you can do is you can check when your stocks are going X. So you can do this manually here, and I'll show you how to connect it Trading 212 next. But this goes directly to the stock. So this Broadcom, it tells you when the ex dividend date is, its annual dividend yield, how much you'll be receiving before taxes. So this is the full amount, and when you'll be getting paid. So in this case, for Avco, you'll need to have sorry, you'll need to own the stock before the 22nd, so on the 21st. And then if you do that and you hold the stock throughout the X day, you'll be getting paid 65 cents per share on the 30th of June. So that's a very simple example here. And you can do this for any US stock. So Apple, for example, as well, they pay a dividend yield. Again, same thing, you can get this for any company. Now, where it gets very interesting and what Trading 212 doesn't do, so if I just sign in here, I already set my list, but this connects directly to Trading 212, and I'll show you how this works. So let me just reset. Okay, I just set my list again. Let me just reset it to a random list. Like, uh, uh, let me say I currently own only Avgo, which I don't, but let me just enter that in, and you should see that when I enter this one. Wait, let me just refresh here. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is bugging. Sorry about this. Um, but basically, what my tool does while we're waiting for my Wi-Fi to stop bugging, I'm praying that hasn't been turned off or anything. That would be the worst possible timing in a video. But what I'm basically saying here is that you can sign in, you can connect your account basically directly to Trading 212. And okay, my Wi-Fi is finally back, so we can look at it here. So again, still loading, but okay, my stock is done now. Sorry for that delay. My Wi-Fi was bugging. But here's how it works. So you have your Trading 212. You can say your API key and API secret. Again, this comes directly from Trading 212. Use read only. Don't just leak your APIs that can actually buy stocks. Make sure you apply the read only in the settings on Trading 212. But then you can click this button, set my list using my Trading 212 API key, and you can see all the stocks have been populated. This is my current stock for my practice account and some other metrics I have on my accounts. And then what's really interesting here is you can click get ex-dividend states for the stocks in my portfolio. This is something Trading 212 doesn't provide at all. And you can do it just through one click of a button. Again, I have like 50 stocks in this practice account, so I think it takes about 20 to 30 seconds, so like less than a second per stock basically. But it will tell me and sort it by day actually how much I'm expected to be getting paid for all the companies that I own. So we'll just let it load up here. And again, when you're signed in, yeah, so here it is. So it gives a list. So you get the stock name, the ex-dividend date, the yield, the amount, and the payable date. These are all the stocks in my portfolio. Some of them don't have dividends. Some of them have no ex-div date yet, but they do have a yield. So these are stocks that on Trading 212, you can literally check it yourself on Trading 212. But Costco doesn't currently have a next ex-dividend date, but their annual yield is 0.54%. And again, this is sorted by ex-dividend date, as you can see. So May 26th, June the 1st, June the 5th. All of this just continues all the way down. And you can actually click on each stock here and they will load up the stock. So the stock, for example, you get the latest stock data, all of that. You get the news, you get the chart. You can change the chart, you can change it to candles. So yeah, that's beautiful. The only other thing here to check here is on this page, you can actually see. So yeah, this one hasn't had dividends, but on this page as well, you can also see stocks that have dividends. So let me just think of one. I think Good may have it. Let's see. Yeah, so this is an example here. You get dividend information. You can also get it on this page, the ex-dividend date, the yield, and the dividend amount for Good here. But that's basically the walkthrough of the video. We basically, first thing, the PowerPoint presentation, we explained basically what is a dividend, the main four dates, how it works, and why it's important, what to avoid as well with the high dividend yield traps. And then here we walk through a completely free site which connects the Trading 212. You can manually check dividends if you want to not connect your account or you don't have Trading 212. You can manually check the dates here. You can also fetch the dividends for a specific date with this calendar here for whatever date you want. But again, if you sign in and connect your trading to one account, again use read only for the API. I mean, you can set to buy only, but like, why would you do that, right? Just set to read only, and then you set your list here, and then in my info you can get ex-dividend dates for all the stocks in your portfolio. So that's the video. Hopefully you found it useful. Again, the link to Portfolio Central is in the channel bio. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you want me to do a part 2, if you have any feature requests for Portfolio Central, let me know. But that's the video. Thanks for watching.